It feels like everything has been a problem. And I think everyone in my life is like actually worried about me. Finished meditating. I am going to clean the house a little bit because our new housekeeper is coming in the next hour. And then I'm going to get back to work. I have a bunch of calls today, so I'm going to get to it. Try to remain calm. Good morning, friends. I have had a rough last few days in terms of my anxiety levels and in terms of like the launch just not going the way I wanted it to go. And so this morning I'm taking time to myself to just relax and to try to chill the f*** out. I have a call at 11. We'll see how things go at 11. I'm about to go on a call.
Who you gonna call it?
Facebook ads team.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I've had better days. I just feel very uncertain about what I'm doing, which is not normal. Like, I feel like normally when I launch, I just feel like we've done this a million times. And because we've never done this, I'm like, what's going on?
I sent a couple ideas. We have some more ideas too. But what I'm really interested in is just on the organic side. What are you seeing?
So I've completely stopped
for everything, right?
Yeah, I've completely stopped focusing on organic because in my mind, I'm just worried that we're spending so much money on the ads and they're not working. So now I'm almost thinking, I wonder if we should just like cut the ad spend and just focus on organic.
What feedback have you gotten, if you have any, from like buyers versus non-buyers, random comments, any trends?
I mean, I think a lot of people are seeing that 65K amount and they're like, I'm not making 65K, so this is not for me. And I would say most of our audience is under 65K.
Yeah.
I would say that's the number one thing that I'm getting back. And then I'm hearing from more established business owners who are like, I'm used to seeing you talk to a lower level of, I think it's just like we're going through a growing pain of like the shift in the brand. It's like the higher business owners are like, oh, but you speak to lower business owners. And the lower business owners are like, oh, you're now speaking to higher business owners. And I think a big problem as well is that like I'm not going live. I'm not showing up on stories. Like even yesterday I just posted like actual graphic Q&A things on the story. So it wasn't like me, and I think people want to see me talk about it. So I think that will help. I think another problem is like no one's heard of this. We don't have testimonials. We don't have like, it's just this brand new random thing. Whereas at least with Together We Launch, it's like the price point, it's very clear that it's high value. It's very clear that it works. It's very clear, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm just so confused. I'm not used to being confused.
Yeah, this does happen around new things. And you're right, I think your time is probably better spent now not making ads. We have a ton of ads still to work with. But to go live, engage.
One thing I will say is every person who has signed up, I've been looking at them and they seem like really hot leads, which is great. I'm feeling confident in that regard. As confused as I am, I also can just trust that this is a part of the process, that we only get data from doing it. But I do think that we need to lower our ad spend.
Yeah, I think.
And push more of our ad spend to the Together We Launch side of things when we actually open. If we convert at 10%, even what we've spent to get 10 people through ads might actually still be profitable. Hey.
Hi.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to do. I've been working my ass off and I think that's why I feel so frustrated is because I'm like, I'm working so hard. I don't have energy to show up. I don't have energy to be like, hi guys.
And I think it's just exactly what we're saying. It's growing pains where we're targeting a group of people that are not our people.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is, let's do our best to put out the product that we know is incredible and to sell it and to show up for our people, because the people that will show up and the people that do will convert because they are hot leads for Together We Launch. But let's stop putting energy into things
the ads.
that, yeah, like let's stop putting energy into things that might not serve us. So for example, ads, like whatever, like let's making ULB like 1,000% when we could just stop at 100%. Done. You know what I mean? Like, not it, but like.
It's like we can, I think, it's exactly what we tell Together We Launch members, layers. This time we're going to make it as good as we can. Next time we'll improve it.
Exactly. I think we need to get you off of the obsession of ads, off of any extra thing. Also,
and it's data. We're learning and it might convert at 30%.
What if it does convert at 30% and then it's like next time we know that we only need X amount of people instead of the goal that we originally had. And like you said, like everyone who is buying is perfect for it, so maybe we just focus on that.
Yeah, it's not over till it's over. Like I feel like everyone's really worried that the last few days have been slow, but in my mind I'm like, but we have 10 more days.
Yeah, but you know what? It's rinse and repeat, and it's learning lessons, and it's growing pains, so it's totally fine. If that ends up happening, it ends up happening because we know that next time we can improve. That's what we have to keep telling ourselves. I guess that's what I have to tell myself, because like I just have to, my mind needs to catch up to my body, because like I will work and work and work and work and work and work.
My body just feels like I'm in danger, which I know is, and I understand why, and I'm trying to be compassionate with myself. I'm like, we're spending a ton of money. We're not seeing the return that I thought we would. And I'm just worried. I'm like, oh my God, is this a sign that this isn't going to work? And Together We Launch might not work. My mind isn't thinking those things. It's like, I understand that that's why my body's having that. I feel so responsible for everyone and everything in the business.
The more that I see you not showing up on Airtable, the more I'm just like, I know you're working hard, but because I'm not seeing it, it's so hard to be like, has she burned out? Have we lost her? And if we've lost her, then we're in danger,
Yeah.
And I think
I think that's where I'm worried about now, because I'm like, I can't afford to burn out now.
It's not stress.
That's why I'm like, I'm obsessed. I need to go and get these CBD things because I just need my body to calm down. I can work. I'm mentally active. It's just that my body feels like I can't remember the last time I felt this stressed. Like I feel so stressed.
My big thing is just making sure you don't burn out, because no matter what we end up doing, we can't do anything if you disappear.
I know. I don't know. I just feel so like, I feel like every corner needs me, and I need to think which corner makes the most sense for me to spend time in. And simultaneously, I need to make space for myself to calm the down, because I'm freaking out.
Why aren't you running instead of doing the workouts you're doing?
Because there's nowhere to run.
Obviously, you know more than me, but like, parks aren't open.
Nothing's open. You can't go to a park. You can't go to the savannah. You can't run down your street. You can't walk down your street. You're not allowed to exercise outside.
That's a stupid thing. It's like, let people be outside.
And that's why, I'm doing these workouts up the hill, and then I'm like, well, maybe I could run around here, but the terrain is like, it's just not.
Treadmills?
Well, they have treadmills in gyms, but we're not allowed to go to gyms.
What about Mariel's gym? Is it closed right now?
Yeah, everything is closed. The exercising I think has helped, but it's nothing like what a run helps me with. A run really just, I don't know. I've never been grateful for running before, but actually, if I could run, I wouldn't be this stressed, and I'd be able to turn out $100 bills. Anyway, okay. So here's the plan. We're going to redo the sales page. We're going to get through this.
We're getting through it. We're not going to. We are getting through it. This is us getting through it, but we're allowed to have crappy moments. I think we have an issue of always being happy, and we're not necessarily. It's an and. We're feeling crappy and we're doing well.
Yeah, and I'm just so excited to meet the launchers. But actually, as I'm looking at the people who are signing up for ULB, I'm like, this could be a launcher.
Let's make you show up live the next 3 days, and let's reassess on Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep right here. I think that my priority is just do my best, but make sure that I'm taking exquisite care of myself. And right now my body's yelling at me being like, you can't keep what are you doing?
So at this point, I think we sell to whoever we sell to. We have 100 people now. Let's try to convert 50%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, still try to sell through Instagram because I think you're so fantastic at it. Let's give it a go.
Yeah, I just need to get my energy up.
Yeah.
Because I need to do the whole like post-it note wall, and I've written out all the post-its, like I'm ready. It's just that I need to like get visibly ready and get energetically ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go have lunch and we'll go from there.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh my God. I'm so tired. So tired. I have spent the whole day relaxing, trying to slow down, take care of myself, and I still feel anxious. This morning I was speaking to my cousin Trudy and she was like, if you're feeling anxious, you should get some CBD oil. And I was like, why did I not think about this? So my assistant also started working with me today and she is on her way to pick up CBD oil, which is fantastic. So hopefully I'll have some by the end of today.
Sure. Always make sure that even having this conversation right now, I'm feeling 100 times better than I was 10 minutes ago. I don't know. This place needs to open back up. It's going on too long.
And so I started working with this therapist, and one of the things that she told me is exactly what you just said, but she used a word that really resonated with me. She said it's imaginary. She was like, all the pressure that you put on yourself is imaginary. She's like, it doesn't matter, and that's what I keep telling myself now. I'm like, this launch isn't going the way that I wanted it to go, which I'm feeling so frustrated by. It's like we had planned for it so perfectly, but the truth is we've never launched this product before. And I know it's gonna make a great story and blah, blah, blah. So like I can see the big picture of it, but in this moment, it's like my anxiety is just not helping me perform, And so then I feel so frustrated about my anxiety, and then I get even more, it's just like a downward spiral. But today I spoke to Laura and I was like, Laura, my priority is not my launch. My priority is my well-being. My priority is like actually walking the talk, because one of the things, so I don't know if you know this, but we have a product called Together We Launch, and we guide experienced entrepreneurs through their first launch to hopefully have their first 6-figure launch. And it's like my favorite thing I've ever done. I love it. Like the whole Instagram story thing, like having a course that teaches people Instagram stories, like that was fun, but there's nothing more rewarding than someone being like, I bought a house because of what I learned in Together We Launch and the money that I was able to make through Together We Launch. So like it's like this level of just being able to really help people achieve whatever it is that they're trying to work for and create new opportunities for their families. Anyway, in Together We Launch, one of the things that we always say is like the most important thing is how you feel. And if you're not feeling good, if you're not feeling well, and you have a live to do, or you have a whatever, like then you need to cancel that live, because the most important thing is how you feel. So I'm also trying to take this as a lesson of like, normally my launches are such a walk in the park because I've done them 79 million times. This is like a brand new launch for us. We've never done this launch before, and it's stressful, and it's okay that it is stressful, but it's like your mind knows it, but your body's not cooperating. I'm in bed. It's a Friday evening. I've pretty much taken the entire day off work, and this is a really weird time. I think I'm starting to realize that the lesson for me here is to always prioritize your well-being. And this is something that I instilled in 2016 when I had my first 6-figure launch. And ironically, like I feel like I'm right back to where I started in terms of like, you only really remember to prioritize your wellness and to actually do it when you burn out. And it's like burning out is always just to remember to like, you're working too much, you're working too hard, like step back. And it's hard. I know it's hard for a lot of people because it's like you don't want to be lazy and step back. But the truth is I'm not lazy. I'm not a lazy person. I'm like an extreme go-getter. So I think what I'm learning about myself is that the me time should just be non-negotiable. Like no matter what's happening in the business, no matter what's happening in life, the me time should just always be me time. And today that meant playing Boggle alone who does that. It meant having a nice cup of tea, you're falling. Because the truth is, I'm stressed right now. I feel like a lot of people experienced a lot of stress at the beginning of the pandemic. And for me, I feel like it started to get really bad in like April, May. I would say May, June, July. It was just getting worse and worse. But I feel like this time around, it's just like ramped up. And you know, we're here in Trinidad, you can't go anywhere, we can't do anything. And I think I'm just feeling anxiety even more than usual. And then compounded by the fact that like, we can't go for a run outside. And like food has been a problem and cleaning the house has been a problem. It's just, it feels like everything has been a problem. And I think everyone in my life is like actually worried about me, which I think is like a red flag. The fact that people think I'm unraveling may be a red flag. So I think I'm just of the state of mind of like, I'm launching this and I'm not killing myself or pushing myself to make it the best launch it can be. And I still want the $500,000. I still want to have my first $500,000 launch. But if we don't have the first $500,000 launch, it's fine. And I think in my head, I think especially because like I've said it out loud so many times, like it is such a scary thing to say your goal out loud. I think it's just added this extra element of unnecessary stress that I don't need. And I think if there's anything that I want anyone to learn about me as a launch teacher and as a launch strategist, it's that revenue is not the end all be all. You know, like it's not just about how much money you make at the end of the day. It's about what was the journey like? How did you get there? How happy are you in your actual life? What does your actual life look like and feel like? You know, like that's what I stand for. And so if right now that means kind of surrendering to this process and just being like, yeah, I know I have really big goals. Yeah, I know I want them yesterday, but the price of my sanity of what it's going to cost me to actually achieve that is just not worth it. And that's okay. And I feel like we need to normalize that being okay. Like, yes, have your goals. I think goals are important. And one day I know I'm going to look back at this video where I'm like, I want my first $500,000 launch. And I know I'm going to look back at it and be like, I'm just going to giggle because I will have done it. I will have accomplished it. I know that's going to happen. What I need to let go of is like my rush to get there, or like my rush to prove that I can do something when I say I'm going to do it. I just want to let go of all expectations. I look so depressed right now. Every time I see anyone, they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm tired. I don't know, man. I just want to commit to my well-being. That's literally the only thing I want to do. I don't want to make more Facebook ads. I don't want to like have to show up on Instagram stories every single day. I don't want to change my messaging halfway through. I'm just tired. You know, it's like, I just want to launch and the launch will be what it is and it will be perfect. And that's just kind of like what I'm committing to right now. I'm like, it's going to be perfect. It'll be exactly what I needed it to be. Sometimes you think you need something and it's not what you need. But the key right now for me is to feel good in my body again. It's like, it's weird. I keep telling everyone, I'm like, I feel like my head's in the game, but my body's not in the game. Like my body is in panic mode and there's no reason to panic. So I need to regulate my nervous system. I need to slow down. I need to honor my body. Like I just refuse to push through this. It goes against everything that I stand for. Also today I went and bought like a million different things. I got melatonin pills. I got CBD oil. Basically, I feel like I should do like an anxiety starter kit pack. It's just too much. Like it's just, I don't even have kids and it's just too much. My work hasn't even been affected and it's just too much. Like it's just hard. It's like, it feels impossible for me to just ignore this situation, this circumstance and just like not let it affect me. Like it affects me. I can pretend it doesn't affect me, but it does. You know, like watching your country, watching the globe go through what we've been through over the past year has been traumatizing and it's exhausting. Like I've never felt so exhausted in my whole life. I cannot be the only one feeling this way. Like normally I'm someone who can push through and normally I'm someone who can be positive, and right now I just feel like good enough is good enough. Whatever the results of this launch are is good enough, and I'll show up for my people, but I literally can't show up if I'm not feeling my best self. And so all I want to do is invest my time into feeling like my best self so that I can show up and just, you know, give the best value to my people. So yeah, that's kind of where my head is at. I'm going to bed now. I'm exhausted. But I had the CBD gummy, which has melatonin in it. I also am having chamomile tea. I just feel like bliss. I just feel tired, which is so refreshing. I don't know if I've told you guys, but like the last few days I've been waking up at like, I want to say at like 5. It depends. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5. And I wake up and I'm so wide awake. I'm like, oh, I can use this energy to work. And then I go and I work. And it wasn't until I was speaking to Nick last night and I was like, I just don't know why I'm feeling like so tired and so drained. Like this just isn't like me. And he's like, dude, you wake up and the first thing you do is start working. You need to stop doing that. So this morning I tried to sleep in and I woke up at 2 a.m. like wide awake. And I'm trying not to look at my phone because I'm like, if you look at your phone, game over. I should actually just move my phone. My phone should not even be in my room when I'm going to sleep. Needless to say, I slept in, I went and did my workout, and then when I came home, I just burst into tears. And that's when I realized, I was like, when you're bursting into tears, it's probably time to slow down. It's like this need to just do my best, do my best, do my best, do my best. And like prove myself, prove myself, prove myself, prove myself. I don't need to prove myself. I've already proven myself. My like just existing is proof enough, you know? We are all worthy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We're all worthy. I've also been learning a lot about the nervous system, which has been very interesting. I just sat down.
Me too. I've been WhatsApping you, girl.
I've
You've been ignoring me.
I haven't been ignoring you.
What the? What's up? Start.